Good evening, friends. This is Chitralekha Vaidya, and I am coming up with an interesting subject. We all have learned about Mohenjo-daro Harappa civilization in our school age and history, and it was always an interesting topic for me. So, while studying civil engineering and then studying about public health and sanitation, I always had many questions like if that civilization was such a great civilization. So, where are the dumping grounds in Mohenjo-daro? Let's find it out. So it's a very interesting subject, and it has followed me for last so many years. So it's a small snippet for you. Okay, so uh, it's about town planning, and it was very famous and well planned city, and it had grid of main streets running south and north and east west, and the area was finely divided into blocks, and there were two main streets in right angle, and the streets were parallel. 30 feet wide streets were there, and windows were rare, but gratings and small windows were present. So most of the good town planning practices were followed. Coming to these are a few of my favorite photographs from Indus civilization, Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Lothal. So you can see how brilliantly that were planned and constructed. And coming back to public health and sanitation with current pandemic background, so it was excellent public health and sanitation practices were followed, and it was very well advanced in water and irrigation systems, and it was maybe world's first water irrigation system. Wells were open for all. There was no discrimination as such. Household had access for water facilities, and wells were always very close by. And some of the households of the Indus Valley had water and waste systems, and most homes had access to bathroom and toilet, and that was connected to drainage system. So even today we are talking about connecting how every household for water connection and for sanitation purpose, and it was few thousand years old civilization, and it was already there. Very interesting. And water waste was directed to covered drains, not even open drains, and that outlined main streets, and which were very unique and sophisticated for that time. That's what we think. And all houses had bathrooms or drainage systems, and upstairs terracotta pipes were used for to bring the waste down to the streets and to the drains. And as bathing was common and sanitation was valued, and people were often bath standing away by pouring pieces of water on themselves, and like a shower, and allowing water to drain into the hole onto floor. That limestone was used, and to make sure that pipes would not leak, and it was stability was ensured. And waste cleaners cleaned the street drains and pipes, and it emptied the wastewater into sewerage from the toilets from where it was collected. Okay, it's one of the beautiful photographs, and how the water canals were planned. Coming to irrigation system, so just uh, see this system with reference of current pandemic, current scenario of sanitation, and where do we stand today. So about irrigation system, irrigation also was used for river systems, and water was irrigated from huge sprinklers that ran from the Yellow River. Irrigation system would clean and lessen the impact of flood damage to the households, and the flood water also could be directed to irrigate fields. So the water management also was there. This flooding system may have been the Indus Valley's greatest strength, as they had harnessed the power to control the annual floods to for their advantage without devastating impact that came with the flourishing of crops. So, due to success of these water systems and overall sanitation, the population of Indus Valley grew. So, it's a learning from history that whenever water and sanitation and public health is well monitored and managed, the civilization always flourishes, it grows. So, again, coming to our today's scenario of pandemic and overall disease spread all over the world. So coming to next system, this is again Mohenjo-daro. This is another photograph of, and here we come. Okay, so while going through this photographs and information our archaeologists have recovered, I always had question in mind that something is missing. So what is missing? So there were no dumping grounds, and I was surprised to see, because if everything is planned, then how they were managing the waste, and where were the dumping grounds? And maybe as per my study, the answer is there were no dumping grounds. Why? Because they were able to manage the waste, and they never created the waste which required dumping ground, and they were much advanced in upcycling the waste and recycling and reuse the waste, so they didn't need dumping ground. Okay, coming back to this point. So that brings a interesting question to my mind, that when someone excavates my city, or for that matter your city, say after 500 years or maybe 1000 years, what they will get, what will they find out? Now my question is, what do you want them to find out about you? Do you want them to find out your dumping grounds, your plastic waste, your electronics waste, toxic waste, medical waste, and which our generation, our technology could not handle? And it's an interesting question, that what legacy I want to forward to my upcoming generations. Do I want to forward the brilliant civilization like Indus, or do you want to transfer this? If you like this video, I want to come up with new interesting ideas and my thinking about the whole subject and public sanitation. So do share your feedback, and I'll wait for your feedback, and let us meet once again with one more interesting subject. Till then, take care and goodbye.